What if I told you that the billion-dollar collagen supplement industry has been selling you an incomplete solution, and the complete one has been growing in glasses of water on kitchen windowsills across Asia for thousands of years? Here's the truth that no supplement label will ever tell you. After your mid-20s, your body loses roughly 1% of its collagen every single year. By 50, you have lost nearly a quarter of the structural protein holding your skin firm, your joints mobile, your bones dense, and your gut lining intact. And the powders, the capsules, the bone broth concentrates, none of them solve the real problem. Because your body does not absorb collagen. It breaks it apart. What your body actually needs are the specific plants that give it every tool to build collagen from scratch. The raw materials, the assembly signals, and the protective compounds that stop existing collagen from breaking down. Today I'm showing you 5 of them. Every single one grows in a glass of water on your windowsill, with no soil, no garden, and no experience required. Stay with me because plant number 2 contains a compound so powerful that the entire Ciaca skincare industry, worth hundreds of millions of dollars, is built entirely around a diluted, processed fraction of it. And plant number 4 is the most protein-dense aquatic organism ever measured on Earth, doubling its entire biomass every 48 hours in a bowl of water on your kitchen counter. Let's get into it. Here is what the supplement industry does not want you to understand. When you swallow collagen from any powder, any capsule, any bone broth concentrate, your stomach acid and digestive enzymes break it apart completely before it ever reaches your bloodstream. The intact collagen molecule does not survive digestion. Your body absorbs amino acids, and amino acids alone are not enough to build new collagen. Your body requires specific cofactors to assemble collagen: vitamin C, without which the enzymes stabilizing the collagen triple helix simply cannot function; copper for cross-linking collagen fibers into their final structural form; zinc for regulating enzymatic reactions involved in collagen metabolism; and specific plant compounds that signal your fibroblast cells to begin production in the first place. Without these cofactors, the amino acids from that expensive powder sit completely unused. The building materials arrive at the construction site with no blueprint, no workers, no foreman. Nothing gets built. These 5 plants together provide the complete collagen production system. Not just the raw materials, but the assembly signals, the cofactors, and the protective compounds that shield existing collagen from degradation. All 5 grow in water. All 5 need only a sunny window. All 5 have been feeding and healing people across Asia for centuries. Let's go. Plant number 1, watercress. And the reason entire naval fleets collapsed at sea when they didn't have it. Picture the British Royal Navy in the 1700s. Sailors on long Atlantic crossings would develop swollen, bleeding gums. Their teeth would loosen and fall out. Old scars that had healed months earlier would reopen as if the tissue had simply dissolved. Entire crews collapsed at sea. The disease was scurvy, and it killed more British sailors in that century than all naval combat combined. The cause was the complete absence of a single nutrient: vitamin C. Without it, the human body cannot produce collagen at all. The enzyme responsible for stabilizing new collagen structures shuts down completely. No vitamin C means no new collagen. No new collagen means the body begins falling apart from the inside out. But here is what most people never realize. The most vitamin C-dense leafy green on Earth was growing in the chalk streams those very sailors sailed past on their way out of port. Watercress, a truly aquatic plant, contains more vitamin C gram for gram than oranges, more calcium than milk, more vitamin E than broccoli, among the most nutrient-dense foods ever measured relative to calorie content. And that is only half the story. Beyond raw vitamins, watercress contains compounds called isothiocyanates that actively prevent the breakdown of existing collagen and elastin in your skin. This is the detail most people completely miss. Watercress does not just help your body build new collagen, it shields what you already have from being destroyed simultaneously. Research has found that daily watercress consumption measurably improves antioxidant levels in skin cells and reduces UV-related DNA damage, the primary external driver of collagen destruction over time. But here is the part that connects directly to plant number 2. Vitamin C is the cofactor that makes collagen assembly possible. But a cofactor is just a key. It still needs someone to turn it. And what plant number 2 does inside your cells is something no vitamin alone can ever accomplish. Stay with me. Growing watercress requires nothing complicated. Buy a bunch from any grocery store. Place the stems in a glass of clean water on a sunny windowsill. Within days, thin white roots form along the nodes. Harvest outer leaves continuously. The plant pushes new growth from the center indefinitely. Eat raw in salads. Drop into hot soup in the final 30 seconds. Blend into a morning smoothie. The plant that could have saved the British Navy is growing in your grocery store right now. Plant number 2, Go-To Cola, the plant that tells your cells to start building collagen, and an entire skincare industry exists because of it. Across Southeast Asia, there is a story told in Sri Lanka, Thailand, and Malaysia, versions of the same account passed down through generations of careful observation. When a tiger was wounded in a fight, it would seek out a specific low-growing herb with small round leaves and roll its entire body through the patch until the crushed leaves coated its wounds. Local people watched this for generations. They called it tiger grass. They began applying the same leaves to their own wounds. The wounds healed faster. The scars came back softer and flatter than before. But here is where the story gets genuinely extraordinary. Traditional observers in Sri Lanka also noticed that elephants, among the longest-lived land animals on Earth, deliberately grazed on this same herb throughout their entire lives without exception. Not occasionally, consistently, every day. A proverb emerged that has survived centuries. 2 leaves a day keeps old age away. This plant is Go-To Cola, and what makes it unlike anything else on this entire list is this. It does not simply supply nutrients, it gives direct biochemical instructions to your cells. Go-To Cola contains triterpenoid compounds, particularly Asiaticoside and Madecassoside, that directly activate the genetic machinery inside your fibroblast cells responsible for producing type 1 collagen. Type 1 is the most abundant collagen in your body. The collagen in your skin, your tendons, your bones, your organs. Go-To Cola does not deliver building materials. It sends the foreman to the construction site and starts calling in the workers. And here is what most people never hear. While it accelerates collagen production on one side, it simultaneously suppresses MMP1, one of the primary enzymes your body uses to break down existing collagen fibers. Building with one hand, shielding with the other. No supplement on any shelf replicates this dual mechanism from a single plant. Now stop and consider this. If you have ever purchased a skincare product labeled CK, that ingredient is Go-To Cola. The CK skincare market is worth hundreds of millions of dollars annually. Every CICA cream in every department store in the world is a processed, diluted, patented fraction of a plant that grows in a shallow dish of water on your kitchen windowsill for free. Very few people know this next part. Go-To Cola is semi-aquatic by nature. It creeps along wet ground and thrives with roots submerged in shallow water. Place a small cutting into a shallow dish of water near a window with a few hours of light daily. It spreads horizontally, sending out runners that root at every node. One cutting becomes a dense mat of small round leaves within weeks. Pinch leaves as needed. Mild, slightly bitter, gently herbaceous. In Sri Lanka, families add raw leaves to a traditional condiment eaten alongside rice at nearly every meal. But Go-To Cola sends the production signal. Plant number 3, water spinach, the most consumed leafy green in Southeast Asia, and the reason 500 million people are unknowingly supporting their collagen every single day. Walk through any open-air market in Ho Chi Minh City, Bangkok, or Jakarta, and you will see enormous bundles of a dark green vine with distinctive hollow stems piled high on vendor tables. This is the most consumed leafy green in all of Southeast Asia. More popular than spinach, more popular than kale, more popular than any variety of lettuce across the entire region. And here is the surprising part: almost nobody eating it realizes what it is doing inside their body. In Vietnam, they call it rau muong and stir-fry it with crushed garlic in a smoking hot wok. In Thailand, it appears at every street stall from the floating markets of Bangkok to the beach towns along the coast. In the Philippines, it is kangkong, the most affordable and most widely eaten green in the entire country. In Chinese, it translates to hollow heart vegetable. The air-filled stems allow this vine to float and spread across the surface of water naturally. It has been cultivated across tropical Asia for at least 1,000 years, grown in flooded paddies right alongside rice. 2 crops from the same water, 2 foods from the same field. Now, here is the number that stops most people. 100 grams of freshwater spinach leaves delivers only 19 calories with 0 fat, yet contains 92% of your daily vitamin C and 210% of your daily vitamin A simultaneously. Both vitamins are essential to collagen production through completely different pathways. Vitamin C enables the enzymatic assembly of collagen fibers. Vitamin A drives the turnover of fibroblast cells, replacing old exhausted producers with fresh active ones. Together in a single leaf, they create an amplification loop. More active cells building more collagen at a faster rate than either nutrient could achieve alone. But here is something worth sitting with for a moment. The same plant that feeds over 500 million people daily across Asia is officially classified as a noxious invasive weed in Texas and Florida. The country that spends more per capita on collagen supplements than any other nation in the world is simultaneously trying to eradicate one of the most complete collagen-supporting plants ever identified by nutritional science. Pick up a bunch from any Asian grocery store. Place cut stems in a tall glass of water on a sunny windowsill. Roots appear within days. Cut stems above a leaf node and the plant immediately pushes new growth from that point. Harvest continuously for months from a single glass. Stir-fry quickly with garlic and soy sauce. Drop into soups in the final minute of cooking. Keep heat brief. Prolonged cooking destroys the vitamin C that makes the entire collagen assembly process possible. Water spinach amplifies production. But there is one critical thing that none of these first 3 plants provide in serious quantity: the actual raw amino acid building blocks that collagen is physically constructed from. Plant number 4 solves this, and the way it does, it will completely change how you think about protein. Plant number 4, duckweed. The most protein-dense plant ever measured, and it doubles its entire biomass every 48 hours in a bowl of water on your counter. It is the smallest flowering plant on Earth. Each individual frond is tinier than a grain of rice. It floats on the surface of still water in ponds, ditches, and rice paddies on every continent except Antarctica. Most people who notice it assume it is algae or surface scum. It is neither, and what it contains will genuinely shock you. Duckweed protein ranges from 25 to 45% by dry weight, depending on growing conditions. That places it above soybeans, above lentils, above nearly every conventional protein crop grown on farmland anywhere on Earth today. But the specific composition of that protein is what makes it essential to this system. It contains all 9 essential amino acids in proportions meeting World Health Organization standards for complete human nutrition. And it is particularly rich in glycine and proline, the 2 amino acids that together make up the majority of collagen's entire physical structure. Here is what most people never realize about collagen powders. The expensive tubs in pharmacies are processed specifically to deliver glycine and proline. That is precisely what your body uses to construct collagen fibers. Duckweed provides the identical amino acids naturally, in a living whole food, in a perfectly balanced ratio, doubling its own production every 48 hours in a bowl of water on your kitchen counter. The supplement industry charges $40 for 30 days of this. Duckweed produces it indefinitely for the cost of a bowl and some water. In Thailand, duckweed has been eaten fresh and added to soups for generations. In Burma, it is known as water egg and consumed as a protein-rich food. In parts of Vietnam and Laos, villagers harvest it freely from village ponds as supplemental nutrition requiring no farming whatsoever. In Israel, a high-protein strain called mankai has been clinically studied and is now sold in grocery stores as a functional health food with published research behind it. Fill any shallow container with water, a glass baking dish, a wide ceramic bowl, anything with a broad surface. Place a small amount of duckweed on the water, set near a window with gentle indirect light. Change the water every week or two. Duckweed reproduces by budding. Each frond generates new fronds continuously. Within 2 weeks, the surface will be covered in a dense living green mat. Harvest by scooping excess off the top with a fine mesh strainer. The remaining fronds immediately begin doubling again. Blend into smoothies. Dry and grind into powder for storage. Stir fresh into soups. You cannot consume it faster than it grows. Now you have 4 plants covering 4 completely different collagen pathways. But here is the problem none of them fully solve. Your body builds collagen constantly, and simultaneously it destroys collagen constantly. If what you are learning today is changing how you think about collagen and plants, hit that like button right now. It helps this reach the people who need it most. Subscribe if you haven't already. Every week we go deep on plant wisdom, growing knowledge, and the natural health traditions that worked long before supplements existed. Ring that notification bell. Plant number 5, holy basil, Tulsi, the collagen protector that 3,000 years of daily use could not have gotten wrong. In India, no plant holds a more sacred place in daily life than Tulsi. It grows in a clay pot outside virtually every traditional household, tended carefully, treated as a living presence, incorporated into daily life with a consistency that has never broken across 3,000 years of continuous cultivation and use. Traditional Ayurvedic texts written over 2,000 years ago classify it as an adaptogen, a plant that helps the entire body respond to stress more effectively. In Thailand, it grows wild and appears in countless dishes daily. In Sri Lanka, families brew it as a morning tea. Across Southeast Asia, it has been continuously cultivated and consumed for 3 full millennia without interruption. But here is what most people never connect. Modern phytochemical research has now identified exactly why 3,000 years of daily use was not coincidental. Holy basil contains ursolic acid, a triterpenoid compound that laboratory studies have found directly inhibits the MMP enzymes responsible for breaking down collagen fibers. This is the collagen destruction pathway that all 4 previous plants leave partially unaddressed. Ursolic acid essentially disarms the enzymes that are quietly dismantling your collagen structure every single day without you feeling a thing until the damage is visible years later. And very few people know this next part. Tulsi also contains rosmarinic acid and eugenol, compounds with powerful antioxidant activity that neutralize the free radicals generated by UV radiation and environmental pollution before they reach collagen fibers. Oxidative stress is one of the 2 primary external drivers of collagen degradation. Tulsi intercepts it before it arrives. Take a stem cutting 6 to 8 inches long from any fresh bunch of holy basil from your grocery store herb section. Remove the lower leaves. Place in a glass of water on a sunny windowsill. Roots develop within 1 to 2 weeks. Add fresh leaves to rice dishes, soups, and salads at the very end of cooking. The flavor is complex, clove-like, slightly peppery, unmistakably aromatic. The sacred plant that 3,000 years of Ayurvedic tradition classified as essential to health is also the final piece of a complete collagen protection and production system that costs almost nothing and grows on your windowsill. If this video gave you something genuinely valuable today, hit that like button right now. Subscribe if you haven't already. Every week we bring you plant-growing wisdom, traditional health knowledge, and the natural living skills that mainstream nutrition consistently overlooks. Ring that notification bell so you never miss one. And leave a comment below. Which of these 5 plants are you starting with this weekend? I read every single one. See you in the next one.